Right, today I'm going to do triple cooked chips. Got some Maris Pipers, some nice big ones. What we want to do first of all is cut them into nice great big sort of thumb size, that's just my funny thumb size pieces. So they want to be about 1.5 centimetres. So we're just going like that. So nice bits there, and we just trim those off. And then we can go straight through the centre. So they all want to be about that big. Nice, great big fat bits of chip. What we don't want to do, don't throw all these bits away, we'll use those later. We can use them for mashed potato or anything like that. Let's go through there. Again. Just trim those ends off, like so. So the triple cooking comes from, first thing we're going to do is put them into a pan of cold water, like that, and just get all the starch off of the potatoes if we can, so the water's running clear. And then we put them onto the stove, salt the water heavily, like I said before with the mashed potato, and then we can bring them to like a rolling simmer and just take them down just a little bit. You don't want it boiling too much because you want to try and cook the potatoes right through. And you want to keep your eye on them as well. Don't go out and start running around the garden because they will just go from being not cooked to cooked and overdone. So we just trim those up like that. Another one more, about there. We've got, a nice little amount in there, actually one more there, a little bit of an end on that one. Probably get one out of that as well, I'd imagine. Yeah. It's nice, just short end there. Oh yeah, another one there, look at that. That's it, so nice and chunky. And you can see already that the water has gone a little bit cloudy. So we just need to wash those and get all the starch out, and then we give it a change of water, and like I said, we put a nice great big punch of salt in there, and then we put them on the hob, cook them for about between 10 and 12 minutes, and we'll be right back. They've been simmering now for about 15 minutes, and they're just getting to that point. If they go any further, they're going to break up, but the knife goes straight through them. So we turn the gas off, and we just transfer those to a cooling rack. Carefully. That's what I say, you don't want to take your eyes off of these. It's worth the wait, it really is. So you can go onto a cooling rack like so, just to get rid of some of that moisture. And then in about what we need to do now is get rid of as much of that water in the potato as possible. And the best way to do that is to clear some space in your freezer and put them on a rack like so you can get some air through them, and put them onto a shelf in your freezer. So clear it out, and then they can go in the freezer, well, they can go in there for about an hour, cool right down. They won't freeze, they'll be, I mean if you left them there for 4 hours they'd freeze, but in about an hour's time they'll cool right down, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, we've got some oil, just ordinary sunflower oil in a pan, we've half filled it. We brought the temperature up to 130 degrees and we're just trying to keep it there now. Now these things here, I bought that on Amazon. I think it cost me £9, and they're perfect for doing stuff like this. So we've got our chips, which have come out of the freezer. They've been in there for actually about 2 hours now. And they're quite cold, so we're just going to plop those carefully into the oil, being careful not to splash yourself. And there's enough that we can probably put all of those in there actually, but you don't want to overcrowd the pan. You cook them on a low temperature for, like I said, about 5 to 6 minutes, just until they're just starting to get just a little bit of colour on them. And what this will do, it'll bring the temperature of the pan down a little tiny bit as well. So we just want to keep the gas regulated. So we're just going to take these out. They've got about 5 or 6 minutes. Just put them onto a rack. Ooh. And they're just starting to go nice and golden. Just starting to get a little tiny bit of colour, but more importantly, what it's done, the oil has gone right through into the potato, and I can feel that they're nicely cooked now, but we need to get rid of some more of that moisture. So we'll put those back into the freezer for another hour. Chips have come out of the freezer for the second time. Been there an hour. We've heated the oil up to about, it's almost coming up to 180 degrees. So now we want to put like the crispiness on the outside. So we just need to be careful with these. Just drop them in to the oil. And straight away they will start bubbling. Oh, ow, just caught my finger there. So they can all go into the oil, and we want to cook those for about 7 minutes. And they will go nice and dark and golden, depending how dark you want them. You can have them very, very dark or just light. But I would say about 7 minutes, but keep an eye on the temperature. Don't really want to let it drop much below 170. 180 is nice, you can keep it at that temperature. Which is what they, when you go to the chip shop, like the Bryony up in Minster, which, is that gone now? Or down Sheerness, that's what they normally have their oil set to. So we'll give those a cooking off for about 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll just see what they look like when they come out. Here we have the triple cooked chips coming out of the fat now. Lovely and dark and golden, and lovely and all crunchy. Oh yeah. We just leave the oil on the hob there and it will cool down naturally. We can use that oil again. There we go. There's the triple cooked chips. One's escaped. Oh, that was hot. And we'll take those and we'll just put them onto a little serving bowl. Just to give us some of that oil. And then the test to see if they're good. Listen. Nice and crunchy. Delish. Thank you very much. And there you have triple cooked chips.